Pansin nyo guys, lately, puro mga second-hand phones ang nire-review ko just for you. Ba't ko nga ba ginagawa yun? Dahil nagtataasan na ang mga brand new smartphones ngayon, so we're trying to tackle on some good smartphones na second-hand, na fresh na unit na pwede pa ninyo i-consider for this 2026. And I have here is something na hindi nilabas dito in the Philippines or globally. Itong si Honor 500 Pro. Itong phone na ito is definitely cutthroat pagdating sa kanyang specs. Pero ang kanyang presyo guys, magugulat kayo. Almost kalahati lang ng Honor 600 Pro. So tara, pag-usapan natin after this quick intro. Now, ito si Honor 500 Pro, almost the same ang kanyang packaging ng Honor 600 Pro. And very simple lang, no? Honor 500 Pro. And meron siyang shadow ng 500 na nakaprint dito. I hope na nakikita ninyo. Honor 500 Pro din ang nakaprint dito sa gilid. And so, bubuksan na natin. So, no nonsense ang kanyang packaging. Just a plastic inside. So, we have yung kanyang small little box. So, outright, kita mo yung kanyang SIM ejector tool. We got some goodies inside. Andito ang kanyang voucher plus user guide, 2-in-1. Andito ang kanyang jelly case. Uy, malinis pa, parang hindi pa nagagamit. Andito rin kanyang charging cable. And of course, ang kanyang 80 watts na Honor supercharged na charging brick. And so that's everything inside the box. And so I have here is the color. Muntik yun na. Nasa loko.
Got it!
So take 2 tayo. So eto na, the color blue variant ng Honor 500 Pro. Munti ko na sabihin 600 Pro. And it looks kind of familiar yung kanyang camera bump. Well, more or less, medyo in-improved version ng iPhone Air. Pag tinignan mo mabuti. Ganito siguro pag iPhone Air, dagdagan mo ng 2 mata, naging Honor 500 Pro. Na itong Honor 500 Pro, sasabihin ko sa inyo guys, this is a second-hand na phone and it's a really good na unit na nabili ko. Very fresh pa siya. Wala, tinignan ko, wala naman mga bumps, dents, or whatever. And lahat ng accessories are in really good shape. Nabili ko to kay UKDB Gadgets and you can score this one ang kanyang 12 gigs of RAM and a 512 gigs of storage for 29,500 pesos. Sobra siyang okay guys. Yung sasabihin ko sa inyo, it's almost half ng presyo ng Honor 600 Pro, which is nasa 50,000 pesos. Which probably I think might get higher as time passes by. Baka tumaas pa nga siya bago pa magtapos ang 2026. That's of course based sa aking chismis kasi lahat nagtataasan dahil sa cost. Now if you want to know kung saan pwede mabili tong phone nito, I'll pop the link on the description box below or pwede nyo rin i-check ang YouTube shopping link natin para ma-redirect kayo at mabili nito ng original. Meron din itong mga brand new pero just simply check the links na lang. Now, one of the things na gustong-gusto ko dito sa kanyang design is sobrang smooth yung kanyang likod. Parang may pagka-powder coating yung likod niya, yung kanyang smoothness. Masarap siyang hawakan, smooth. Pero may kapit siya sa inyong kamay. Which, of course, syempre, masasabi ko siya is more of what yung tinatawag nating anti-slip. Kasi meron ibang phones, sobrang dulas yung likod. There are some other phones na medyo madulas ang likod, baka mag-slip sa inyong kamay, lalo na pag walang casing. Nakita natin yung kanyang 3 camera here is, well, medyo a little bit unorthodox, pero like I said, it's just an improvement ng iPhone Air design. We have a glass back finish, aluminum side frames, and we have a glass finish din sa harap. I'm not quite sure kung ano dineploy ni Honor na glass dito, but I'm pretty sure that it's a tough glass kasi sinabi naman niya, drop resistant naman siya up to 2 meters, and it has a IP68 and IP69 dust and water resistant. Now, another thing to consider that I personally like is manipis ang kanyang bezels. Just look at that, the beauty. So if you want the full complete spec sheet nitong Honor 500 Pro, share ko sa inyo. Now, itong phone na ito is currently running Magic OS 10 inside Android version 16. And I already got several updates naman dito sa kanya. And mabilis naman siya mag-update. Time to time, you get some really good updates sa inyong mga China ROM phones, no? And of course, if you're, well, having troubles kung paano mag-install na Google Play Store, si gadgetsidekick Beyond Review made a tutorial on how to install the Google Play Store here sa Honor 500 Pro. Just visit yung kanyang channel para makita ninyo yung full tutorial. And of course, one of the most important things is dapat mabilis ang iyong screen. Well, it's a given na this is a really good flagship level na phone and it should give you some really good na flagship level na feels. And doing all of your favorite things naman dito, be it multitasking and playing some games na heavy, kayang-kaya naman niya i-run dito. video editing na 4K, doing some AI chat with Claude, and lahat naman mag-generate ng image sa Gemini. Lahat nagawa ko dito sa kanya, wala akong naging problema. Despite this one being a China-ROM phone. Now, tinry ko naman some banking apps like GCash, PayMaya, BPI, BDO, lahat naman yan gumana without any problem. Now, siguro kung nagka-problema ka kunti sa delayed messaging dito sa Messenger, just go to the preference, turn off mo yung kind of battery saver, and you're done. Now, probably the next thing na gusto mong malaman is gaano kaganda ang processor nito. This one has a top tier na processor which is the Snapdragon 8 Elite. I know na hindi siya kasing lakas ng iba which is of course 8 Elite Gen 5, but 8 Elite for me is more than powerful enough for a day-to-day usage. I would say probably it's even more powerful than you ever think. Ito, makita mo naman sa Antutu benchmark, nakakuha ko ng 3.02 million points, which is for me, on average usage ng isang normal na tao. Itong phone na ito, kanyang processors, more than enough. More than what you ever need. Unless siguro you're a gamer na gusto mong gamitin ito for gaming, it's another story. Pero very capable siya, which pag-uusapan natin later pagdating sa gaming. Now, if you want all of the other benchmark na ginawa natin dito, share ko muna sa inyo. Now, pagdating sa kanyang battery, ang dami kong pwedeng sabihin sa phone na ito. Mapapawaw ka na lang dahil this one, 8,000 mAh ang kanyang battery, which is huge. And silicon carbon na kanyang technology, so meaning it doesn't add weight to this phone. Currently, itong phone na ito is weighing just around 200 grams. And guess what, no? For a good specs phone like this one with a big battery, 200 grams, guys, madalang mo makikita. I wonder kung paano na siniksik dito, no? But nevertheless, yung kind of fast charging is 80 watts. Meron siya wireless charging at 50 watts, reverse wired charging at 5 watts, and meron din siyang reverse wireless charging pang charge ng iyong mga AirPods. So medyo mala flagship ang specs na makukuha mo lahat dito sa Honor 500 Pro 5G. Now, since nabanggit ko yung word na 5G, tinest ko naman siya na Globe Smart dito. Sad to say, si dito lang may 5G. So right now, nakasalkok sa akin dito si Globe and si Smart. Sad to say, 4G plus lang ang nakuha natin dito. And of course, it's the problem of the network. Paulit-ulit na tayo. Hindi problema ng smartphone. Nakamusta naman ang battery endurance nitong phone na ito? I would say na personally ginamit ko as my daily driver, and I'm happy to say na kaya na magtagal ng 2 days without even charging. That is given na hindi ka babad on gaming, hindi ka babad nag-record ng video, just using it normally on a day-to-day task, no? Like mag-tether ka lang to your other devices, doing for web conferencing, browsing the social media, and all of the normal stuff na ginagawa mo on a day-to-day basis. 2 days, guys. Tumagal sa akin to. And nung sinalang ko naman sa PC Mark battery stress test, well, halos nag-agree naman sa akin. Giving me 18 hours and a half na screen on time. Napag-usapan natin ang kanyang display. Itong phone, si Honor 500 Pro, has one of the better display na nagamit ko on a smartphone at this price point. Now, given that this is a AMOLED screen, pero hindi lang siya sobrang laki like the others sa mga 6.7, 6.8, 6.9 incher. This is just a 6.55 inch na display. Parang nasa gitna siya ng compact na smartphone and yung mga big screen na 6.9, no? Parang nasa 6.3 to 6.9, nasa gitna lang siya, no? Naglalaro. Pero for me, yung size is just tama lang. I wouldn't say it's too big, and I wouldn't say that it's too small. I'm not too much of a big fan ng mga maliliit na smartphone, maliliit na screen, kasi feeling ko, personally, medyo nabibitin ako, lalo pa nag-gaming ako. But this is just right, 6.55, and meron siyang PWM dimming, which protects my eyes, 120Hz screen refresh rate, which is fast, okay for me, and meron siyang 6,000 nits na maximum brightness. Plus, yung kanyang protection is aluminosilicate na glass, so meaning it can withstand yung mga drops. Basta, wag mo lang sadyain na ihampas o ihulog, talagang matibay talaga itong kanyang screen. Now, given na you have a really good display like this one, so meaning, kung nagbabrowse ka dito sa phone na ito on day-to-day basis, probably ano bang ibang gusto mong gawin dito kundi mag-browse ng social media. Now, swiping across yung mga shorts and reels, be it sa Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, mabilis naman mag-load, no? As long as you have a really good internet connection, wala kang maging problema naman dyan. And if you're trying to browse naman your favorite videos like sa YouTube, sa Netflix, you get a really good na display dito sa kanya. As long as you have a really good internet connection, sobrang smooth naman ang magiging streaming experience mo dito sa kanya. And you'll get a really good display dahil, well, magandang display. The black is blacker. Maganda rin ang saturation ng kanyang color. So, definitely, you would be enjoying everything that you watch on this phone. Now, this phone has dual stereo speaker. So, meron siyang 5 butas dito sa ilalim and 5 butas dito sa ibabaw, which is for me, probably one of the first time na nakakita ako ng balance na butas, no, dito sa isang smartphone. Normally, makikita mo 6 butas sa ilalim, 3 sa ibabaw. Yun parang medyo imbalance siya. For me, importante medyo may pagka-balance, no? Lalo na if you're trying to play games, gusto mo marinig yung sounds from the left and right, lalo na CODM. Pero gusto ko lang i-check kung gaano kalakas ang kanyang sounds right now. Honestly, masasabi ko sa inyo, yung sound niya is pretty good. Solid siya, and you'll definitely enjoy if you're listening to music dito on Spotify, watching your favorite shows on the movies, and watching your favorite movie shows or playing games. Now, speaking of playing games, this is a 8 Elite, no, na processor. So, you should be playing some good na AAA games like I did. So, ano nga mga nilaro natin? Call of Duty Mobile, PUBG, Wuthering Waves, and si Genshin Impact. Now, let's start with Call of Duty Mobile. Itong game na ito, I was able to achieve 120 FPS. And the gameplay was really smooth, Pansin ko sa kanya is very stable siya at 120 FPS. Halos wala akong napapansin ng drops kanya while I was gaming. And true enough, yung kanyang sound is quite good and decent. And hindi ako nag-attempt. Naglagay na pa ng headphones just to be able to play it better. Pero yung kanyang loudspeaker, I would say, really good. Wala akong naging problema sa kanyang touch response. And one thing na napansin ko is hindi siya masyado umiinit to my surprise, and umabot lang ng just 35 degrees Celsius after an hour of gaming. Pagdating sa PUBG, I was able to achieve na 90 FPS. Quite stable din siya. Siguro nag-drop lang siya to 88 eh hindi na bumaba beyond 88, no? Talagang sobrang okay ang gameplay ko dito sa kanya. No, I wasn't able to get a chicken dinner, pero yung gameplay was quite smooth. Okay ang overall touch response niya, very responsive, sounds good, and hindi rin mainit at 36 degrees Celsius after an hour. Pagdating sa Genshin Impact, 60 FPS ang na-achieve natin. Yung kanyang gameplay was good, smooth. Wala akong napansin din na frame drops dito sa kanya. Siguro pinakamababa lang ng drop na napansin ko, personally, while I was speaking at yung kanyang FPS counter, 57 ang pinakamababa. That was during heavy battles. And hindi na siya bumaba beyond 57. The touch response was good. Overall gameplay, I would say smooth. Wala akong na-feel na frame drops naman dito sa kanya. And hindi rin siya mainit at 39 degrees Celsius. Pagdating sa Wuthering Waves, 60 FPS din na na-achieve natin, and it didn't fall below 58 based on what I see. Sobrang nice yung kanyang gameplay. Kahit nagka-clash ka na, okay pa rin, no? Wala akong na-feel na frame drops. Hindi rin naman naglalag yung aking gameplay. So overall, it was really solid. Though siguro itong game lang na medyo mas mainit-init compared sa the other games na nilaro natin, dahil this is the only one na umabot ng 44 degrees Celsius after an hour of gameplay. Right now, pag-uusapan na natin one of the most juiciest thing na pwede pag-usapan dito on this phone, dahil this is more of a camera-centric na phone, yun kanyang mga camera sensors. Of course, let's start off with the main camera sensor. It's a 200MP na main camera sensor na may OIS, coupled with a 50MP na periscope telephoto lens na may OIS din, and it also has a 3 times the optical zoom. 12MP ang kanyang ultra-wide lens with 117 degrees na field of view, kaya na mag-shoot up to 4K and 60 FPS. And ang kanyang harap is also pretty solid, 50MP na camera shooter, which can shoot you up to 4K and 30 FPS. Na bago ko pakita sa inyo yung mga shots, sasabihin ko na sa inyo outright na magandang kanyang camera. And hindi siya matatalo sa Honor 600 Pro. Siguro lamang na ng konti bahagya si Honor 600 Pro. Of course, you should see some slight improvement from its kanyang predecessor, but itong kanyang camera is still pretty good, pretty solid. Dahil itong mga greens na nakuha natin, really nice, natural mga colors na doon makikita mo there's a bit of saturation, pero very natural ang kanyang pagka-saturate. Umuulan, kita mo yung mga water droplets, ang lilinaw, no? I mean, it's one of the rare few cameras at this price point. Below 30K, pero just remember, this is a second-hand phone, this is brand new, pero it was able to give me some really nice snaps on outdoor. Kahit itong mga flower na ito, ang ganda, no? I would say na pretty much color accurate naman siya based na nakita sa aking mata, and it really didn't disappoint me. And further taking some gloomy shots on outdoors, talagang maganda kay mga statwa, mga greens, and talagang, well, I would say na pretty nice. Solid na solid talaga ang kanyang camera. Now, nilaro ko rin naman kanyang ultra wide lens, and I was able to play it and zooming it all the way to 100 times zoom. Now, check this one out, 100 times. So guys, ang linaw pa rin ng kanyang pagka-digital zooming. Now, going indoor, taking some product shot, I would also say na ang ganda rin ng mga na-capture ko dito sa kanya. Kahit mga night shots na na-capture ko dito, pretty okay pa rin naman para sa akin, sa nakikita natin. Lalo na sa mga food shots na na-capture ko, really nice, mukhang tasty, itong mga shots na ito. I'm happy and satisfied din sa kanyang mga food shot. Kapag na rin siya ng selfie camera, you can also capture some really nice snap din dito sa kanya, and it won't fail to amaze you dahil yung kind of 50MP na camera can capture you a lot of details. Kahit mga pawis, no, kitang-kita sa akin. And even if you bring this one on indoor, low light, I was expecting to be a little bit softer, pero parang maganda pa rin siya, sharp pa rin ang mga photos na na-capture ko dito sa kanya, and pretty solid, kahit medyo low light, pero maganda pa rin capture sa kanya. By the way, share ko lang to sa inyo, no? This is probably one of my favorite shots from its rear camera, and ang ganda ng kanya pagkakuha dito sa jersey ni Lolo Bron. I'm still wondering kung saan lilipat si LeBron James this coming NBA season. Kayo, anong hula nyo? Let me know in the comments. Here's a quick video sample from the front-facing camera. And here's a quick sample from the rear camera. So guys, ano masasabi natin dito sa Honor 500 Pro 5G? Honestly, itong phone na ito, you'll be really surprised sa kanyang presyo. Below 30,000 pesos, 512 na. Sobrang powerful ka ng processor, sobrang ganda ka ng camera, sobrang kunat ka ng battery. I would say everything nandito na sa kanya for below 30,000 pesos. But mind you guys, that this is a second-hand phone na alaga naman na nabili natin. Siguro, swerte lang natin. But rest assured na you can get equally good products sa second-hand from UKDB Gadgets, which I'll post on the description box below. Pero kung gusto niyo bumili ng brand new, meron din sa mga links that I'll post just sa YouTube shopping link. I personally highly recommend tong device na ito dahil nagtataas ang mga smartphone right now, and this is definitely one of the best choice that you can find right now below 30,000 pesos. So guys, if you're interested naman dito sa phone na ito, I'll pop everything on the description. And kung natuwa naman kayo sa video na ito, how about sharing it sa mga friends, sa families na naghanap ng smartphone na maganda na hindi ganong kasing mahal na mga brand news ngayon. But of course, in-encourage ko pa rin kayo to like, subscribe dito sa ating channel so you don't miss out yung mga magagandang review just like this one, si Honor 500 Pro 5G. So paano guys, hanggang dito muna ako. I'll see you on my next one. Peace out. And so, ako para si Richmond, and you're watching Gadget Sidekick. Like and subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to hit that notification bell. For one of my latest uploads, click the dito. And for one of my popular uploads, click here.